If your eyes have found this screen, it was not a random act of scrolling. The cosmos has directed your path here, to this precise moment of awakening. You pass by countless pieces of content every day, yet this is the one that made you pause. That is not mere chance, it is a profound synchronicity. It is the universe gently tapping you on the shoulder, urging you to listen to its guidance through the language of sacred digits. And in the moments to come, I will share with you 6 potent numerical frequencies intended only for those whose spirit is prepared to transform and welcome a new reality. As we approach the final month of the year, the cosmos enters a unique phase of energetic equilibrium. Ancient mystic traditions speak of this as the convergence point, where your internal resonance aligns with the universal flow. When this harmony is achieved, certain numbers begin to glow with a higher intensity. Their purpose is not to foretell your fate, but to sharpen your perception and guide you toward the openings you are now equipped to recognize. In mystic philosophy, numbers are not just digits, they are carriers of consciousness. They reflect your lucidity, your preparedness, and the quality of your purpose. When they recur in your awareness, they are not promising you random fortune, they are demonstrating your attunement. And currently, that attunement is reaching its annual peak. Consider this video your key to that gateway of prosperity. The universe often speaks in a murmur, but today, we will give that murmur a clear and powerful voice. Stay until the conclusion, because the final digit I disclose is a unique master number for the whole of December, a sequence celebrated for magnifying purpose, refining concentration, and attracting possibilities into your orbit. Before we start, take one deep breath to center your intention. If this message resonates, please show your alignment by liking this video. Subscribe to Winds of Thought and comment with this powerful declaration. To activate your stream of abundance, I am open to the prosperity and pathways destined for me. Now, let's begin. The first vibrational code for the awakened soul is the number 8. The number 8 does not announce itself with fanfare. It weaves itself subtly into the fabric of your ordinary day, showing up in locations you might easily ignore. The digits on a microwave, the amount on a grocery receipt, a sequence on a document you barely glanced at. The majority dismiss these as quirks of fate. But for those listening to cosmic energy, 8 is a sign, a quiet prompt of resilience, equilibrium, and inner mastery. Its very form reveals its essence. 2 identical loops moving in a continuous balanced dance. Rotate it, and it transforms into the symbol of the infinite. A powerful reminder that existence does not travel a linear path, it moves in spirals. We encounter the same core lessons repeatedly, each time from a place of greater wisdom. This echoes the mystic concept of eternal return, where patterns recur until our consciousness evolves beyond them. Cause and effect operate on this same principle, not as penalty, but as a mirror. The energy you project outward finds its way back, steering you toward your highest alignment. In the study of numbers, 8 is considered the frequency of the architect, where spiritual insight meets tangible achievement. It does not provide effortless windfalls. Rather, it challenges you to construct a life that is robust, deliberate, and significant. It fosters evolution without arrogance and accomplishment without losing your core. As we navigate the potent currents of this year, the power of 8 intensifies. This year culminates in a 9 vibration, the number of conclusions and metamorphosis. Blended with this month's rare alignment of planetary expansion and structural discipline, the directive is unmistakable. Shed what no longer serves your evolution, outdated behaviors, anxieties, emotional loops. This is the time to release them. To harmonize with number 8, find a quiet space and write down 3 purposeful aims connected to serenity and mission. It could be achieving financial lucidity, dedicating yourself to your authentic path, or shattering a recurring cycle. Speak these aims into the space around you until they resonate within your being. The number 8 confirms a profound realization. Genuine wealth is not a fortunate accident. It is the natural result of poise, direction, and internal congruence. It is not about hoping for a shift, but embodying the individual who can manifest it. Next, we turn to the pulse of number 1, the digit of Genesis and conscious arousal. The cosmos does not always communicate with grand gestures or overwhelming events. Frequently, its direction comes softly, slipping into the quiet spaces of your hectic schedule. Perhaps you repeatedly catch the time at 1:11. Perhaps the numeral appears on a digital ad, on a license plate, or in a fleeting thought that sticks with you. Initially, it seems insignificant, until its persistence makes something inside you take notice. This is not chaos, it is a coded message for you alone. Among all these gentle signs, the number 1 holds a distinct and potent force. It may appear basic, a single stroke, but esoterically it signifies the origin point from which all things emerge. In ancient number wisdom, 1 embodies pure consciousness, the foundational moment where thought, will, and deed fuse. It is the initial spark that reminds you that every great change, regardless of scale, starts with 1 definitive choice. 1 instant of absolute awareness, 1 movement toward your elevated journey. When the frequency of 1 permeates your existence, it does not shove you, it guides you. You start to sense an internal rearrangement, often quietly at first. The situations that once felt secure may begin to feel constricting. Your daily patterns might feel inadequate for the person you are evolving into. You may find yourself imagining a new direction, hearing a calling that is soft yet insistent. This is the arousing energy of number 1. It inspires you to have faith in the quiet intuition within you, the one that understands you are prepared for more, even before your conscious mind agrees. Presently, during this potent cosmic window, the effect of number 1 becomes even more concentrated. Celestial movements, particularly the innovative current linked with Mercury, are honing inner sight. It might feel as if the universe is recalibrating your route, altering circumstances, eliminating noise, or amplifying your internal guide. This is not disorder, it is orchestration. The universe is creating room for lucidity to emerge. So, if number 1 continues to surface in your world, stop for a second when you observe it. Take 1 deep, conscious breath. This is not an alarm, it is an opportunity to become present, to realign with your inner compass, to trust that a new genesis is underway, even if the entire map is not yet visible. True awakening doesn't smash the walls, it unlocks the gate, inviting you to walk through. If this insight connected with you or offered a moment of understanding, you can express your appreciation by liking this video. Now, let's focus on a numerical sequence that blends into daily existence so seamlessly that most overlook its profound significance. 210. You might have noticed it flash on your device's screen, printed on a random statement, or displayed on a delivery truck and dismissed it. But when a number pattern returns persistently, it is seldom meaningless. 210 often emerges when the cosmos is silently indicating that the foundation of your life is already transforming, even if the results are not yet visible. This number tends to appear during life's more delicate passages. When a situation feels unstable, when a bond starts to feel thin, when your work loses its inspiration, or when you intuit that a deeper aspect of your being is seeking expression. 210 arrives as a soft nudge, not to scare you, but to encourage you to decelerate, reflect, and inquire within. What teaching is life presenting to me now? In mystic wisdom, authentic transformation does not arrive neatly packaged. Growth rarely feels comfortable at the start. It often initiates through unease, closures, and the silent voids between stages where your former self dissolves and your new identity is still forming. This is where the energy of 210 becomes most active, in the quiet intervals where fortitude, clarity, and inner renewal are born. Let's explore this code more deeply. The number 2 holds the vibration of unity and relationship. It symbolizes the invisible bonds linking you to others. to your inner voice and to the higher intelligence that guides you, even when the reasons are unclear. It fosters empathy, calm, and faith, a reassurance that you are held, even in moments of uncertainty. The number 1, as we've touched on, is the seed of new beginnings. It is the primal force of initiative and the conscious decision to start anew. The number 0 is frequently misread. It is not nothingness, it is pure potential. It is the silent, open field where all creation begins. 0 is the source of possibility, the quiet moment before something is born, the pause before existence unfolds into its next form. Whenever 0 appears, it indicates that the universe is preparing to refresh an aspect of your journey. When 2, 1, and 0 combine, they create a spiritual sequence, connection, initiation, and infinite potential. Together, they signify a significant internal transition, the kind that does not yield immediate gratification, but forges a more resilient, lucid, and harmonized version of you from within. Individuals who consistently encounter 210 are often in a powerful stage of personal alchemy. They have faced trials, perhaps even sorrow, yet within those experiences they have unlocked a rare strength, the kind that cannot be learned, only earned through living. So, if 210 keeps appearing in your reality, do not ignore it. Regard it as a gentle cosmic reminder, a prompt to release burdens, to forgive the person you were when you struggled, and to create emotional space so new blessings can enter. Here is a mindful practice from Winds of Thought. Share your intention in the comment section. It can be a single word, a short phrase, or a fragment of your story. When you voice your intention openly, you empower it, and empowered intention molds reality. Have you ever arrived at a juncture where everything seems secure? Your work provides, your relationships are acceptable, and your days follow a predictable pattern, and yet a quiet voice inside murmurs that you are not fully alive. That subtle internal stirring is not confusion or discontent. It is a spiritual alert. And in mystic numerology, that quiet frequency often channels through the energy of the number 35. Unlike abrupt interruptions, the vibration of 35 does not come to destroy your stability. It arrives gently, almost imperceptibly, like the first hint of dawn before the sunrise. It is a reminder that life is meant to progress, not remain stagnant. When this number appears in dates, sequences, or daily synchronicities, it is the universe softly proposing that you have transcended a former state. Perhaps it is a custom, a belief, or an old identity that no longer fits who you are destined to be. The 3 in this sequence signifies creative force, integrity, and authentic voice. It is the part of you yearning to live with boldness and truth. The 5 represents adventure and change, pushing you beyond the familiar while keeping you connected to your core. Combined, 35 forms a link between your present self and your potential self, encouraging you to blend inspiration with stability and vision with movement. And here is where deeper mystic wisdom applies. 35 is not solely about external shifts. It is about internal realignment. With the approaching solstice in December, this number's resonance becomes even more potent, unveiling the truths hidden beneath your daily routine. Maybe you have remained in a role that suppresses your light or maintained connections that feel more habitual than heartfelt. This vibration invites you to confront these truths with kindness and bravery. So, find a still moment and ask yourself, which area of my life is quietly requesting evolution? If an answer arises immediately, that is your signal. Type it in the comments to affirm your release. Begin with, "I now release." Writing it down is not just a comment, it is an energetic declaration, a signal to the cosmos that you are ready for your next stage. And if this message touched your soul, you may express your gratitude by liking this video. Number 14. The Quiet Revolution. Shift does not always storm into your world with lightning and unmistakable omens. Sometimes it comes quietly through rhythms so faint you nearly miss them. A number glimpsed on your screen, on a receipt, or even on a stray piece of mail. It follows you patiently, like a whisper that only becomes audible when you finally become still and listen. That is the pattern of number 14, the serene revolutionary. It never forces its way into your consciousness. It waits calmly until your inner landscape is receptive. And when you start seeing it everywhere, you can sense its meaning. Something within you is ready to ascend. In mystic philosophy, every number carries a resonance, a pulse that links the external world with your internal condition. 14 vibrates with renewal, conscious enlightenment, and the longing to move beyond the cycles you have completed. It often surfaces when life feels monotonous, when your essence thirsts for meaning beyond mere comfort or routine. But 14 is not about radical upheavals or instant wonders. Its gift is gradual metamorphosis. It invites you to slow your pace, breathe deeply, and acknowledge what no longer fuels your growth. It asks you to let go of the mental baggage, restrictive stories, and past versions of yourself that you have intuitively outgrown. It poses powerful inquiries. Are you living with deliberate purpose or merely echoing the past? Are your decisions led by clarity or by the apprehension of what might change? 14 is an emblem of internal reconstruction, not turmoil, not sudden disruption. It leads you toward meaningful evolution through conscious choice, through small, consistent actions that realign you with your truth. Every mindful step contributes to a new foundation built on awareness, courage, and self-reliance. So, if you've been noticing 14 on tickets, clocks, or in your dreams, honor it. It is not happenstance. It is the universe signaling that your energy is transitioning, that you are prepared to shed the old and step into a more enlightened version of yourself. In mystic teachings, nothing occurs without reason. When number 14 crosses your awareness, remember, transformation does not always commence with a roar. Sometimes it begins in silence, with the quiet knowing that your next chapter is already being written. And stay attentive, because later I will reveal a master number. One thought to hold a rare, high-frequency resonance that enhances focus, lucidity, and manifestation capacity. But its power only activates when your mind is calm and your heart is open to receive. Sometimes a number does not arrive with celebration or obvious symbols. It does not command your focus or insist on your attention. Instead, it enters peacefully, like the sound of distant wind chimes on a quiet evening, until you suddenly understand it has been leading you all along. That number is 42. You might see it on a sales slip, a building number, or a digital display without a second thought. Yet it seems to appear exactly when life feels most demanding. When duties accumulate, your focus fragments, and you forget to be present. 42 is not here to solve all your problems magically. Its role is more gentle, more profound, to remind you to stop, exhale, and return to your center. Life often pressures you to hurry, accomplish, and move quicker than your soul can follow. In that strain, weariness can seem like a shortcoming. But in mystic thought, these sensations are not flaws. They are gentle prompts, invitations to slow your rhythm, recenter, and proceed with a more peaceful heart. 42 functions as an internal guidepost. It does not direct you toward worldly gains, but toward mindfulness. It leads you back to the sanctuary inside yourself, the place where true power is born from tranquility, grounding, and conscious awareness. When this number appears, the message is clear. Decelerate, remain centered, and have faith in the timing of your journey. Take a moment to ground this energy by commenting this affirmation: I am rooted, conscious, and co-creating my abundance with every intentional step. If this message resonates, please like this video, subscribe to Winds of Thought, and share it with someone who needs this reminder that moving slowly is not falling behind. It is advancing with vision, balance, and purpose. And now, the master number I promised, 11. This is not a single digit, but a portal. It carries the intensified energy of 1, representing intuition and spiritual insight. When 11 appears, it is a direct call to pay attention to your inner world and the subtle signs around you. It is the number of the lightworker, the visionary, the one who builds bridges between the material and the mystical. To work with 11, spend 11 minutes in silence today. Listen, your next step is being revealed.